You know, every now and then I'll talk about being a GM in tabletop RPGs and kind of like, oh, I'm the forever GM. Like, woe is me. But here's the thing, I'm not actually that upset about it because GMing is actually pretty fun if you do it right. There is satisfaction in being able to play a character and having the power trip and being able to win and to be able to kind of just be the hero in the story. But I think there's some joy that I get in finding ways to bring the world that the players are in to life and to give them something to interact with. It's actually getting into something, I think. And then, give them something to explore, give them people to talk to, people to learn from, and derive some form of joy from, and, interactions that they look forward to doing. And it's always the NPCs that I'm like, of course they're gonna fall in love with this, but I really don't want to put much effort into it right now. Like there was for one, there was an adamantine golem that I was using as literally just a secretary for a mage's guild. That was kind of funny. And then there was literally basically like the house cleaning and waiting staff was at that same college was kobolds, and they absolutely like adopted this one kobold that was named Olby, I think. But also being able to take from their characters' backstories and interact, build up characters and give them something to work with and interact with, and actually make them feel like their characters had depth, and that was fun. And then also giving them just a world to explore. I in that same campaign built based off of rules that I had encountered in the Rise of the Runelords campaign, which was really phenomenal, but it definitely shows its age in terms of design choices that had been made. Regardless, worth a check out, worth a playthrough. Absolutely fun, especially if you pick up the anniversary edition. I think it has all the books in one. So it's nice and easy to like go through, pull everything from. They even redid some of the stuff and added some stuff to help make it a lot easier to run. But I ended up building a whole haunted house section from scratch, and that was some of the funnest stuff I've ever done, and that was hard work to put together. But it was so worth it because the players interacted with it and loved it and kind of just explored the space and really got invested in the space and trying to figure out what was going on here. And I nearly killed one of the player characters. Not too happy that one little section ended up being as lethal as it ended up being, but it was also the one who could probably support taking that kind of hit the most, and then they bounced back from it pretty quickly. It was a fun moment, interestingly enough, because the party started to panic and all tried to figure out how they could help solve the problem together. And I love inducing those moments of like teamwork and collaboration in players. Just seeing them become invested in the puzzle and the world and the lore and the people. Yeah, it's fun. So I may joke about, oh, I'm the forever DM, woe is me, I would love to be a player at a table, but I think people forget that the GM also gets some of the singular joy of seeing the connections being made and the realizations dawning on the players' faces as these secrets that you've been holding on to and just waiting for them to actually pry it out into the open, and finally seeing that pay off. It makes it all worthwhile. So maybe give it a shot yourselves. It's not going to be a perfect game. Mine was far from it, and I've been GMing for a while and using precons as a way to learn and practice, and then finally decided to try it for myself. And for all of the problems that I noticed or felt I had been given some confirmation from the players that they never even thought there was ever a problem with the game. They were just happy to be playing. They were happy to be there with friends. They were happy to experience something new and original and uniquely made for them. I think that's what it's all about. So, go out there, play some games, make some games, and remember, be excellent to each other, be excellent to yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.